7-passenger Acura MDX. By IBM, making on-demand business a reality for companies around the world. And by RE/MAX, outstanding agents, outstanding results.
Two American fairy tales.
The passing of the torch to the 15-year-old.
They've grown before us. No quarter spared. The flair, so distinct. The comeback, so dear. United by parallel ambition. Overlapping like concentric circles. Paired up across a twined divide, they seek the grand prize. And once again, their task is the other, as they converge on the game's majestic stage.
Well, we're glad to have you with us on this day, and as dicey as the forecast might be, we're starting in bright sunshine, and of course, most necessary for these ladies, they're a day behind. This is a quarterfinal match, and they'll have to come back and play the winner will tomorrow in the semis. Serena, the two-time defending champ.
And here's how well she's been serving. 33 aces and only 2 double faults going into this match. I mean, that is some beautiful rhythmical serving. She also hit the biggest serve in women's history here at Wimbledon, a 126 in her last round. And again, her return game has been so formidable, so solid. And that's going to be, again, I think she's certainly the one to beat.
Mary, let me ask you, why wouldn't Venus Williams, I was just thinking of her and what she's going to do, copy her sister's serve in this case? Because she's had all these struggles. Serena's got a much better motion on her serve. As we look at Jennifer, the veteran, all of 28, seems to have been around for a long, long time. I guess that's because she has.
Yes. Yes.
And she missed a couple of years, obviously, and she was going through her ups and downs. It's great to see her again competing for Grand Slam titles, and we're going to find out if she's got one left.
And that was no misprint you saw. Yes, indeed, a semifinalist here in 1991 at 15. And she said that then she thought it was an easy game. And she's learned since that nothing was as easy as it was back then. But she still hopes her day will come here at Wimbledon.
It's Jennifer Capriati to serve. Play.
This is the third time in the last year that these two have met in the quarters of a slam. Wimbledon last year, and the French this year. Serena won here in 3 sets last year.
That was a close call right there. They both look like they had a good warm-up this morning because they're coming out and firing away, not wasting any time here. Unbelievable ticket today to have these two play, then Henman, Ancic, and then Federer, Hewitt. I think that's a great play that Jennifer's trying to add to her game, and be willing to just hit a one-handed backhand slice it, keep it low. And as Mary pointed out a few minutes ago, mix things up off the ground. Don't try to hit power shots only. That's nice to see Jennifer at 109 miles per hour getting what I think is critical for her, from free, easy points on her serve.
That's what we talk about so much when we talk about the liabilities of Jennifer's game. It's her serve. But so far in this fortnight, she's held very well. In 4 matches, she's only faced 9 break points and broken 5 times. We've done matches of hers where she's broken 5 times in 1 match.
And it would be a very welcome statement for her. She could hold this first game after Love 30. They played for the first time just 5 years ago, but what makes the women's game at the top so appealing is that the top players meet. The 16th time these two have played, and it's been streaks. And it was in Rome in May when Jennifer broke that 8-match streak of Serena's. And then several weeks later, Capriati won again at the French.
15 love.
Hard to hit a ball. I don't care who you are. If it's hit with that pace and stays so low, as hard as Serena just tried to hit that. Skidded off the grass, and she
30,
really
15.
didn't look like she had her timing down quite yet early in this match. It is an earlier start than they normally have on the second Wednesday, starting at 12 here. That's why you don't see a whole lot of people yet. Probably less than half full.
That's a tremendous second serve from Serena Williams. 107 with a big hop on it.
She doesn't venture very often, but wins the point and holds her serve at net. Log on to wimbledon.msnbc.com. There'll be more analysis of this quarterfinal showdown and live scoring brought to you by British Airways, all at wimbledon.msnbc.com.
Love 15.
See how much easier it is for Serena to attack the second serve than the first.
Why the first serve percentage 63% so far for Capriati will be so important.
30-15.
Yesterday, Capriati did a very good first serve job on her first serve against Nadia Petrova.
Starting to kick up, and weather changes so fast here.
But again, Serena creeping way inside the baseline to take that second serve.
30-40.
Jennifer mishit this forehand here, so it just sat there for Serena. She's got herself that break point early and a second serve. Just don't want to see Jennifer give these points away with this double faults.
bold play there from Capriati. Just what she needed to draw it back to deuce. Yeah, when these two play, it tends to be very close. They've played so many three-setters, and Capriati gets herself in trouble with double faults. The same is true of Serena. I mean, they don't necessarily bring out the best in each other, that's for sure. They get to be very emotional, dramatic matches. We'll see if that happens again today.
She got a B a couple points ago and swatted it down, and she's been working on getting it behind the baseline ever since. Poor guy. Well, the 2 break points she's had against her, she's hit 2 excellent second serves. Didn't look like Serena expected that ball to come back.
Advantage, Miss Capriati.
And here's one where she had been a little bit more ready for it. Perhaps she should have gotten the 2 hands and come up under it. Not going to be happy with that result. Just dumping the ball in the middle of the net. Some recovery. Another short ball that she didn't handle very well, and certainly Jennifer in good position there. That was hit about 10 feet behind the baseline. Incredible timing from Serena Williams there.
The wind is picking up again.
At the moment, Serena is certainly hitting the ball with more power and force than Capriati, and she's on the defensive right now. Again, break point.
Serena also establishing at the beginning here that she's going to challenge on Capriati's service games. No easy ones. 4 deuce points.
Advantage, Miss Williams.
So the first double, and that is now the 4th break point in this game.
Serena's upset with herself because she was just looking to get the ball back deep, wasn't putting a whole lot on it, and pulled it well wide. These young ladies a little tense out there, hardly surprising. It's a match they've been waiting for since the draw was made.
Advantage, Miss Williams.
And it might be the only time we'd see these two play in a half-empty stadium.
It's actually like this for the French Open, Ted, because the next matchup was Amelie Mauresmo. This was the undercard.
Game, Miss Williams.
And there, that serve betrays Capriati in the second double, and the first break to Serena Williams.
Williams leads 2 games to 1.
Blue skies smiling at me, nothing but blue skies, oh I see.
services and technology help the world's great companies face, manage, and love change. HP. Invent.
I wonder how our home equity loan is going.
I'll check. Here you go, sir. Oh, thank you. Lower, please.
Mr. Bradley was in the lead, but now it's looking like Davis.
Want banks to compete over you? Come to LendingTree.com. Fill out one form and get up to 4 offers within hours.
Well, that's not going to help you, Bradley.
When banks compete, you win at LendingTree.com.
At least people see eye to eye on luxury. The Lincoln Town Car. Travel well.
You must be so excited.
Yeah. Actually, I've been wanting to talk to you about my life insurance.
I figured you'd want to make sure it's up to date. One thing I think you should do.
There are times in life when you could really use expert financial advice. For more than 145 years, Northwestern Mutual and its products have quietly earned a most enviable reputation.
Your best option.
Yeah, that's a great
Isn't it
point.
time you had a quiet conversation of your own? Northwestern Mutual Financial Network. It's time for a quiet conversation.
The Olympics, an event so big it deserves to be seen in incredible high definition. Experience the dives, flips, and sprints on an amazing widescreen picture. And one of the best ways to get NBC Special HD Olympic coverage is from cable. To find out how to get NBC in HD, call or go to onlycablecan.com for details.
What a day at Center Court Wimbledon, and a bonus today. This day would normally be just the men's quarters, but this ladies quarterfinal delayed a day, and it precedes 2 tremendous men's matches. Andy Roddick will play today. He'll play on court 1, his quarterfinal against Cheng Shalkin.
Love. No. 15 all.
I'm wondering if the wind is causing some of these problems. Both players are not quite to the ball the way they'd like to be. I'm wondering if the wind is moving it around.
Certainly the wind is a factor in nerves early in this match. Jennifer looks like the shorter she hits the ball, the better off she is. She's won a lot of points, either mishitting or hitting the ball short. This is another example right here. Serena is not a serve volley player, so she can be surprised there. Didn't appear to be quite ready to that mishit return.
Well, they both expect great pace and length from each other's shots. And they both enjoy playing against pace. They feed off of it. So hopefully they both came out here very hungry, because they'll be facing it a lot.
I also suspect they both realize that they like the pace, so I would presume, particularly for Capriati, it'd be important for her, you mentioned the opening there, to mix it up.
Yeah, which is hard on this stuff.
It is hard, but that slice backhand is an example. There's Serena's, what is it, Remax player profile. Amazingly, but it's because of injury, obviously ranked 10 in the world, but seeded 1 here.
you looked at the women's rankings right now, you just wouldn't believe it. Serena's 10 and Venus, depending on what happens these closing days of Wimbledon, takes a free fall. She could go all the way out of the top 20.
15-all.
That was as low as you'll see her because she didn't play the rest of the year, or Serena. So then that's any tournament they play will be bonus points and higher ranking.
15-13.
Just a little long. Jennifer's looking up at Tom Gullicks and doesn't feel like she's getting the power she wants. She's complaining the strings are too tight.
Yeah, it looked like she just mouthed too tight.
So presumably she should have other rackets in the bag that are a little looser. You know, a little couple options, particularly in these unpredictable conditions in London. Players carry 6 to 8 rackets out there in their bags. So should have some options available. It's just so frustrating and difficult when balls hit the line, because sometimes it skids and goes through the court, other times it just sits up. A bit of a guessing game. Again, Capriati facing break point. I certainly expected this. He's going to need to do better on Serena's serve.
So a second break, and that gives Serena Williams a 4-1 lead.
Williams leads at 4 games to 1.
The forecast calls for fog, low visibility, shifting winds, changing patterns, sudden storms. How can you be ready for what you can't see? On-demand business from IBM.
I'm in sales, and I never really realized that hair makes the man. I've seen my sales jump from where I was at about a 25% to where now I'm, 28%.
Hello, I'm Dr. John Parker. Hair loss is an all too common problem, but finally there's good news.
The Parker solution to hair loss?
No, I just saved a bunch of money on my car insurance by switching to Geico.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
When Sylvia Maxwell was single again, she came to me at Coldwell Banker to find a new home. I searched high and low, and when I found one she loved, she made a proposal to buy it. Larry was a single professor who lived next door, until one day, he made a proposal of another kind. Gives a whole new meaning to love thy neighbor.
For almost a century, Coldwell Banker has known that real estate is only part of the story. To find an office near you, visit coldwellbanker.com.
We did all the work, so you get to have all the fun. The Aqua Trucks from Honda, the first all 4-stroke lineup of personal watercraft in the world, with your choice of 2-seaters, 3-seaters, and turbocharging. Advanced technology means high performance and lower emissions, so the water stays cleaner, man, and so does the air. It's just what you expect from Honda. Pure performance. At select dealers only. Visit aquatrucks.honda.com for one near you.
NBC's Wimbledon coverage continues with weekday action Thursday and Friday at 12 noon in all time zones. Plus, nightly updates at 11:35 p.m. Eastern and Pacific. All concluding with a double serving of breakfast at Wimbledon. Saturday and Sunday at 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 a.m. Pacific. Wimbledon on NBC.
Third time in the last 4 years that these two have played a quarterfinal match at Wimbledon. Jennifer Capriati in 2001 Won a 3-set match from Serena.
15 love.
That was the year Jennifer had started by winning the Australian and the French. She fell in the semis here then to Justine Henin.
That's good anticipation from Serena up at net. She picked up where Capriati was going.
30 love.
Capriati's donned a cap here. There's not a lot of sun, so this might be a little superstition here. Just trying to... That's not a good plan B if that's the only change in tactic.
Accessorizing 40.
Put a hat, wear some shades.
Game. Miss Williams.
And that also is an ominous sign
Williams
for
leads 5
Capriati.
games to 1.
Serena holds at love for 5-1.
Coming into this match, again, not only was Serena serving well, but her return game was so strong that she was breaking her opponent's serve 60% of the time. And then another way of looking at it is that if Serena were to let her opponents serve every single game, she'd still win 6-4.
15 all.
Look at this.
At the moment, Jennifer might agree to let Serena serve as well as she's serving, because it's not going too well for Jennifer on the serve. She's historically had problems, and she's having them again. Things are happening way too fast for Jennifer Capriati right now. Starting with how hard and how well Serena is playing, and particularly returning there. She's on a roll.
15-40.
23 minutes. She's got 2 set points.
The third game of this set was a mark. Capriati was broken, and Serena's been dominant since. Frustration, Capriati hits into the net. Too easily does the two-time champion take the first set.
20 tokens, please.
Certainly.
Biggest news for your smile since fluoride? It's liquid calcium. Help restore enamel luster with Arm & Hammer Enamel Care Toothpaste. It's baking soda and liquid calcium. Goes on, fills in, restores brilliant luster with daily brushing. Nothing else like it. Enamel Care.
John Purcell is a RE/MAX agent. He spends most of his time selling homes. And not much time on anything else. That's why nobody sells more real estate than RE/MAX.
Millions of people have high blood pressure. Are you one of them? New medical guidelines state that less than 120/80 is a normal blood pressure for most adults. High blood pressure medicine is recommended for numbers at or above 140/90. Fact is, about half the people already taking prescription medicine still haven't gotten their numbers down enough. And every day your numbers are not where they should be, you could be damaging the tiny vessels that lead to your brain, eyes, and heart. So how can you work with your doctor to help set and reach your BP goal? Get with the program, the new Take Action for Healthy BP program from Novartis. Find out if it's right for you. It's simple and comes with a money-back guarantee. Ask your doctor for a Healthy BP pack. You'll start with a free 30-day first-time trial prescription to help you reach your goal, plus free blood pressure tools, including your own BP monitor. So get with your doctor, get with the program, and get your numbers down.
Serena Williams, a little sheet of notes that she consults under her towel there. But yesterday she visited our studio, and Mary had a chance to ask her about the matchup with Jennifer Capriati.
What is it that decides things between you two? Because as you say, they're always roller coasters.
Yeah, you know, I don't know. I just, honestly, I can't quite decide what is it that actually decides the match. Usually my errors, you know, my 50-some-odd errors that decides the match.
Or her double faults or something.
Yeah, so her double faults. And, you know, I think we're both going to come out and really, I'm not going to try to hit 100 errors tomorrow. And I'm sure she's not going to try to hit 1,000 double faults.
Serena Williams couldn't be playing any cleaner.
I know the notes that she was reading that said, keep doing what you're doing.
And she takes notes on the court with her all the time. At the Australian Open, we had a great camera angle on it. We could see what was on her notes, and it was simple stuff, like stay low, focus. One of the notations said smile. Stay relaxed out there.
Does Richard Williams provide any of the inspiration for those notes? Her coach?
40-15.
I'm sure that's her mom as well, Oracene Price. On the other end of the box, the player's box.
After her match, Serena was asked a question that her father said Wimbledon could use a little more spice. Do you agree? And Serena said, no, I like it the way it is. Richard, they're turning around to talk to Tom Gullickson, working with Capriati.
Game, Miss Williams.
Williams holds to start the second set. Throughout the fortnight, we are using the technology of the HP Hawkeye for close line calls. HP services and technology help companies face, manage, and love change.
See, that's the dilemma for Capriati. She needs to get in a lot of first serves, but by taking so much off the ball, it's right for Serena to attack. That was a 98-mile-an-hour serve, and for Williams, that's something to go after.
Well, if you can hit it 98, then you've got to place it well.
That's right.
So clean right now. She's really settled down and found her game. And Capriati's got to be thinking, what have I just been hit by? This is like a truck rolling over me. I know this is hard for Jennifer. She's got to try to slow down here. She's now facing 3 break points to start the second. Everything going wrong after that 1-all game, that long 1-all game when she served. How good and necessary does that feel for her?
And there's never been a blowout match in the 15 matches these two have played, no matter what the surface. There's never been a blowout. And 11 of the 15 have gone 3 sets.
pick up her footwork as well, Capriati.
We may have a first here unless there's a sudden turnaround.
Miss Williams leads 2 games to love.
Notice on court 1, Mauresmo is up 6-0, 1-0. All right, against Paula Suarez.
Still doing some gardening here is Serena.
Another B is bit in the dust.
These two ladies' quarters being played today. This top half of the draw was a day behind. And the winner of this match will play the winner of the Mauresmo-Suarez match tomorrow. Lindsay Davenport and Maria Sharapova will play the other ladies' semifinal.
8 straight games against Capriati. She's got to try to break here. She's got to make something happen. Even on the run, Williams is striking such a good ball with such fine length that Capriati's in a defensive position.
It looked like she wasn't expecting it to come back. And if she looks up at the score, she better realize that there it is. Better start doing something in a hurry.
15 all.
Serena decided not to come in there, move back. Capriati was able to find the angle.
Serena Williams has only 8 unforced errors thus far, and I think 3 or maybe 4 of them came in that one game, the third game of the match, which was the long game in which Serena finally broke. 4 of the 8 were in that one game.
Good timing. See Suarez on the board. Breaks the ice. What do we know in the quarters? Or you do want to win. You don't want to lose. That's rather embarrassing. Chance that she desperately needs to take advantage of, get back in this set and match. Yeah, see, that's nice. She's got to think to herself, like you said, that all the matches have been competitive, so at some point I'm going to make a run and believe in herself.
That was the first double for Serena. See if Jennifer Capriati can take advantage of that gift to make this second set competitive.
Williams leads 2 games to 1, second set.
Two-time champ up a set.
Also, some worries about rising gasoline prices that seem to be affecting the U.S. economy. Consumers have been hit hard lately by these prices, and it threatens to slow down economic recovery.
Welcome to a place where families act like friends, where little kids do stuff they never even dreamed of, and big kids do stuff they've dreamed about all their lives. Welcome to the Colorado Family Adventure. Getting closer has never been easier, with affordable family package prices that include airfare, lodging, and more. The Colorado Family Adventure. Book yours now by calling 1-800-COLORADO or log on to Colorado.com.
Need extra cash? Who doesn't?
Come to Cash America for a payday advance, the most convenient way to fast cash. Receive up to $1,000 with no hassles. Application takes about 10 minutes. If approved, you'll get the cash you need on the spot. It's like an advance on your paycheck without asking the boss. Find a Cash America near you. Call 877-421-2000 or check the white pages. Cash America. Cash when it counts.
There's just one morning team to watch. NBC5 Today.
The Championships Wimbledon, brought to you by Lincoln. There are those who travel, and there are those who travel well. By American Express, the official card of heavy hitters. And by the Take Action for Healthy BP program from Novartis. Get with your doctor and get with the program.
It's been a while since I've won a Grand Slam, and I just think everyone is different, you know, to what you've kind of had to go through to just get to that point. I feel like I'm close to playing, you know, as good of tennis that I was when I did win the Grand Slam.
Time.
That goes back to the comment we made earlier where Capriati says she's still out here fighting and competing and hoping her day will come. Her fitness is always a question that's asked. And Jennifer says no matter what it appears to people, she works as hard as she can.
Net for serve.
This is also notable in that her father, the longest running coach, Stefano, is not at Wimbledon this year.
Low 15.
When Capriati beat Serena Williams in Rome in May, breaking an 8-match win streak for Serena. She did that without her father being there.
Low 30.
You trying to suggest something, Tim?
Well,
her father was there, though, at the French.
At the French, right.
She beat Serena there and got to the semis.
Oh, man. What a game, huh? What a game to play after Serena Williams finally throws down a couple of unforced errors, breaks herself, and now Capriati's doing the same thing.
Talk about losing momentum in a hurry.
Emphatic, and Serena Williams now three games from the semifinals. They've been on court 37 minutes. Rolex, the official timekeeper of the Championships Wimbledon.
Well,
15 low.
This might be a case, Mary, where you have to advocate against the racket throwing. You know,
yeah.
Get a little energy and anger.
Well,
I will if you don't.
She just have at it.
Well, this gives me a chance to advocate against the serve doctor. I mean, they're just
30 low.
with all of the different people that Capriati has worked with various times in recent years. There must be someone that could help her have a serve potent enough to go with the rest of her tremendous game.
Again, you don't think every coach that she's worked with has tried to work on that serve?
I'm sure.
I just think she's out of position so much in this match. This is being so dictated to by Serena. It's not just her serve. I mean, she's serving at 63%, but not effectively enough. With this kind of hard hitting, you've got to move as hard as you hit.
You know, that comes down to fitness and belief.
It's a little flat.
it is getting late very quickly for Jennifer Capriati and her hopes at Wimbledon.
Miss Williams leads 4-1. Second set, 10-1.
Navigator.
From a great choice to a tough decision. The Lincoln Navigator and Aviator.
Maybe I'll try.
Travel well.
You look very keen, passenger.
No, I don't.
Relive the highlights of Wimbledon 04 on DVD. Order your copy by logging on to www.tennis04.com or by calling 1-800-957-8448. This exciting program is the perfect gift and a must-have for any tennis fan. For only $24.95 plus shipping, you can own the official Wimbledon 04 DVD. Call 1-800-957-8448 or log on to www.tennis04.com.
Hi, I'm George Hamilton, and I like things toasted. So, you can imagine my delight when I happened upon Ritz chips. They oven toasted the flavor of Ritz into a unique kind of chip. Ritz chips,
Ritz chip?
toast,
The buttery taste of Ritz. With a crunch that won't quit.
oven toasted. Ritz chips, they're toasted, and believe me, I know toasted.
Welcome back. I'm here in this 19th century Victorian with new owners Mike and Shannon Boyd. Hi, Ted.
We just fell in love with its charm.
Yeah, it's charming. Unfortunately, the roof leaks, the foundation is crumbling, and there's significant termite damage. But I do have good news. I just saved a bunch of money on my car insurance by switching to Geico. Hey, we need to talk about your electrical. Whoa, yeah, we're going to want to fix that.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Hall of Famer Annika Sorenstam, teenage phenom Michelle Wie, the best in women's golf compete for its greatest titles. The U.S. Women's Open, Saturday, 3 Eastern, NBC.
The Summer Olympics in Athens just 6 weeks away, and to prepare, to learn about all the sports, all the athletes, much more, in fact, about all the world's tennis players that will compete in their sport in Athens, log on to NBCOlympics.com. Last chance here for Jennifer Capriati. Let's try to salvage something in this set.
I don't see it in her body language, though.
And that fact right there, just not able.
That was the best thing she's done all day, stopping the ball as she just did.
3 years ago when they played here and Capriati was riding the hopes of a Grand Slam. They played a dramatic third three-setter. You referenced it, Mary, in your conversation with Serena. Serena ended up clutching her stomach and appearing injured.
Look at this. And they're just flat.
30-all.
Flat-footed, flat hitting.
And even last year when Serena was the defending champ, this went to a third set. But if you didn't know it was Jennifer Capriati, if you didn't see that name on the board, you'd think this was a first or second round opponent, the way Serena's dominated.
Also, the way she's played and competed. She's just not there.
And shockingly,
Miss Williams leads 5-1.
This may be over in 45 minutes.
I think it's shocking that Serena is going to win. And it's shocking as how little resistance that Capriati's put up. crowd trying to encourage her. Keep trying.
Love 15.
Last year, Serena had that emotional loss to Justine Henin at the French Open. Came back here several weeks later in the semifinals and decisively beat Justine. She's on the verge of doing the same thing to Capriati.
I get the sense she wants to restore order in women's tennis, don't you?
Her order.
Love 13.
Third double fault from Serena gives Capriati a look. Maybe one last look.
Problem is, even if she breaks, she's got to hold twice and break again just to get it level.
15-30.
This is really the kind of body language Jennifer was showing in the semis of Paris. You know, when it was her tournament to win, everybody was gone. This match I always felt was Serena's to win. She's getting a little jumpy.
She slipped a shot before, and I think she thought she was going to give up on the point, and then realized the ball actually came right back to her, but mentally she wasn't ready for the next shot. She's giving Jennifer a couple chances to break.
Tim Henman probably doesn't know what to do with himself right now.
I think he better know what to do. Get ready.
I mean, he's not used to playing till about 6 o'clock at night here. And this surprisingly fast.
Deuce.
This goes to deuce.
She believed, as I did, that the only player who can beat her here on grass is herself, and she certainly agreed with that. That's just what she's done. Has barely gotten in her own way in this match.
What a way to end it. Die.
Now the 16th match between these two is a first. Never has there been anything resembling this. A most decisive win for the two-time champion, 6-1, 6-1.
It's that first big smile we've seen from Serena this fortnight. And she comprehensively beat Jennifer Capriati, an opponent who's plagued her. I mean, I think these two have played each other more than any other two players in tennis. This one, it's never been this lopsided.
Certainly, whether or not there was revenge as a motive, they can only answer, but this is avenging a loss, as Serena did last year on this very court against Justine. Losing to Jennifer at the French Open just several weeks ago. But today, a no-doubter that puts Serena into the semifinals against either Amélie Mauresmo or Paula Suarez. And getting off the court in just 45 minutes will be no difficulties for Serena having to come back tomorrow. Well, there are men's quarters today filling out the card. We'll have plenty of that for you when NBC's coverage of the championships Wimbledon continues.
British Airways, the way to fly.
Ready, nimble, quick, now. Productive, proactive, collected, connected. responding to change in the air everywhere. Swift, in sync, in step, as one. Before noon, before 6, before the other guy. In other words, on-demand business from IBM.
At the Bud Light Institute, we're proud that our beer is made with all natural ingredients and is low in carbs. So few, in fact, it's easy to burn the carbs in one Bud Light. That's why we've created the Mini Treadmill 2010. Use your treadmill at home, on the town, even in the gym. And it stores conveniently away till you need to use it again. Order yours today. Fresh, smooth, real. Bud Light, it's all here.
What would you rather have, a car or a cleaner environment?
I can't imagine being without my car. Of course, I'd rather have a clean environment, but I think that compromise is very hard to make where we are.
This race will last less than a minute, but it began 18 years ago when 10-month-old Natalie Coughlin first jumped into the pool. Now, after thousands of hours of stroking, kicking, and gulping for air, the difference between silver and gold all comes down to 1/100th of a second. You don't want to miss that. The Summer Olympics on NBC.
This is the All-State NBC Sports Update.
So how about that match? Certainly a big surprise. Jennifer Capriati has played in 43 Grand Slams. That is her worst loss ever. But the big news around here today is obviously Tim Henman. He's gone. Again. And if you're watching from 3,000 miles away or maybe further, it might be hard to really understand the significance of Henman and his seemingly annual crusade here at the All England Club. And if for a moment I can borrow from an old friend and colleague, Jim McKay, well, if there ever was anything in sports that truly typified the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat, this is it. Monday at Wimbledon, the man who won last year played. The man who won 2 years ago played. The man some think will win this year played. It was a beautiful day filled with beautiful tennis. None of which really mattered until about 5:31 in the afternoon, London time. No British man has won his own country's championship in 68 years, and deprivation has bred obsession. Look no farther than Henman Hill, the Woodstock of English tennis, where everybody knows the music, but just can't stand to hear the last verse. 8 of the last 9 years, Tim Henman has made it to the quarterfinals, 4 times to the semis, a remarkable record. During that time, though, men everywhere from Croatia to Switzerland have won the title, but never Tim. He is England's best, but not quite good enough. Is it fair? No, but Henman and his fans are partners in a bizarre and tragic dance. He plays well, and so they hope. He plays even better. And they start to see him as an angelic figure. They become lost in delirious expectation. And then it ends. And they are crushed and eventually resigned. In the end, fatalists who make Red Sox fans seem like optimists. Burned again. Even when he wins, it's often without regard to the nation's cardiac health. The problem is, after all the sporting disappointments, Henman has been this country's best reason to hope. Poor Henman. It's a burden he bears alone. They've only been keeping world rankings since 1973, and in that time, no other Englishman has ever cracked the top 10. And so it's in him England has a measure of its own self-image invested. The first thing you learn, though, about investing is never to commit anything you can't afford to lose. So for Tim Henman, Wimbledon is truly a Canterbury tale. The best of times and the worst of times. Should he win, he'll be the king of all he can survey. But if he doesn't, he'll just continue to be the prince of disappointment. Well, for fans of English tennis, hope springs eternal, but rest assured the clock is ticking. Tim Henman is 29. In just about 2 months' time, he'll be about 30. In the open era of tennis, only one man has won this championship beyond that age. That's Arthur Ashe in 1975, and he was only 32. Tim Henman's quest continues. Back with more from Wimbledon after these messages.
This has been the Allstate NBC Sports Update. Allstate, proud sponsor of the 2004 U.S. Olympic team.
This fall, these are the people who aren't just solving mysteries, they're saving lives. Someone had to make the call. Medical Investigation, coming to NBC Fridays.
You spoil me rotten. I'm the dessert.
When roaches leave, they leave behind filthy germs. Only new Raid with Germ Fighter kills roaches and the germs they spread. New Raid with Germ Fighter kills bugs and the germs they spread dead. S.C. Johnson, a family company.
The most knowledgeable weather team in North Texas is on NBC 5.
The Championships Wimbledon, brought to you by IBM, making on-demand business a reality for companies around the world. By Coldwell Banker, your perfect partner in real estate since 1906. And by British Airways, the official airline of Wimbledon. It's hard to imagine a day other than a championship day where a center court ticket would mean more than this day at Wimbledon. To watch two great women play, Serena Williams and Jennifer Capriati, then Tim Henman, and now you cap it all off with the last two men's champions. How many calls you get today, John? And Leighton Hewitt serving. On serve, first set.
This is the most anticipated matchup on the men's side in the quarterfinals, certainly when that draw was made. Hewitt's back in the top 10 where I think he belongs, and Federer playing some of the greatest tennis we've ever seen. Won the Australian Open earlier this year, Wimbledon last year, and amazingly still seems to be improving. Not good news for the rest of the circuit.
At no point when Federer was on defense here did he look defensive.
Love 40. Leighton Hewitt does have a career 8-4 edge over Federer. Federer's won the last couple, including this year in the Australian Open.
Well, that's the thing of it. Earlier on, Federer hadn't pulled his whole game together. Hewitt won with consistency.